Good morning, everyone. My name is Vanya Reyes. I am the co-chair for our grants committee, and I currently am a high school teacher, local high school teacher, and I teach U.S. history. And it's so nice to see organizations that are empowering our young women, both in and out of the classroom, young and old. And it's a blessing to be here.
Alrighty, now we're going to get started and just let you know a little bit more about me. I guess you can. So, again, my name is Iris Lopez. I was born and raised here in the borderland. I started my career Lily Lopez on 104.3 Hit FM. From there, I moved on to TV news, which was a whole different world for me, but it was a world that I loved. But it was a world that taught me a lot, and it was actually what lit the fire under me to create Mija, Yes You Can. On top of that, I am a mom to a very energetic 10-year-old little boy, and he is also what lit the fire under me because I wanted to make sure to teach him about how to treat women when he's older. He's coming from a single mom, so I hope and pray that when he's older he's able to learn from my struggles and help out women in his future and learn from it as well. So that's a little bit about me. We already met our Mijas. Now let's go ahead and talk more about the Mija project. It's Mija Yes You Can, alongside with the Mija project. So it's a community organization that's created by women and for women of all ages. Now there is a reason a lot of people ask, why is it Mija Yes You Can as opposed to Mija Si Se Puede? Because we're proud of our culture, of our Latina culture, but working in TV news, I was surrounded by so many different cultures. We got people that came in from out of town that taught me about their life and where they came from, and I enjoyed that. And they loved that we would bring them into our Latina culture and teach them a little bit about, the Latina life here now in the borderland. So I wanted it to be a platform for women of all ages, of all backgrounds, races, ethnicities. I wanted all to just come together because I feel like if you leave someone out, it just doesn't feel like a group. And I feel like if we're able to learn from each other a little bit more, we can just do amazing things. And we have done amazing things. Today, we're all celebrating our 1 year anniversary, which is technically on Monday, but we can't celebrate really on Monday. Everyone's in work. So we're doing that today. And our project went from me working in my small little apartment to a group of 4 ladies to now over 20 women with different backgrounds, moms, single moms, working moms, college students, people who are trying to get into the professional world. All of us together are, I'm pretty sure, going to make this project into something even better the year to come. Now, we made a little video for you all just to see a little bit more of what we've been doing the past year and how we hope to help out our community a little bit more. Perfect. So that's just a little bit about what we'll do. We'll go into detail a little bit later about more of the projects that we've done in the community and how other people can help us so we can continue to spread our mission and spread this women empowerment across the community. Now, our mission statement, it's grown from when I started it, and I feel like it's going to continue to grow as we have more women that come in with their amazing ideas and their amazing stories for us. But our mission statement is that we strive at spreading women empowerment with a simple but yet powerful phrase. I've come to learn that many people are so moved by just the simple little phrase, Mija, yes you can, because it ensures all women that you can do whatever you want to do, you're capable of it. And we also have mijos who, single dads that have little girls, and for them, they're like, I don't know how to let her know that she can do whatever she wants. Coming from me, she's like, really? I don't know if I can believe you saying that. But when they find our organization and they're able to have something to show their little girls, it empowers us even more. And I think it's just a feeling that makes us happy that we're able to encourage men to continue encouraging women as well. So through our organization, we also aim at supporting other nonprofit organizations, because there might be a nonprofit that people don't know about, but they hear about it from us and it can help them. So we're just trying to partner up to help one another, because I feel like if you're able to partner up, help each other, you can do a lot more things and you're a lot stronger together. On top of that, we're working on providing scholarships for women of all ages, whether it's someone that's just going to go into school, or maybe it's a mom who had a kid had to take a break but wants to go back into the workforce or into college but doesn't know how to. We're kind of going to give them that little extra push. Um, we also create workshops. We're working on creating workshops and conferences for students and business professionals, and just to provide more resources for women nationwide so they can have a little bit of everything with our organization. Now I'm going to pass the baton to Bianca, who's going to talk a little bit more about what we've been doing with the community and how we want to continue to partner with others in the community.
Thanks so much, Iris. So I just kind of want to do a quick temperature check. I know there's a few of you all in here right now, and has anybody already heard of the Mija Yes You Can project? And if so, what have you heard about us? What's out there in the community? Good. I like exclamation points and I like all caps. Awesome. What if some of you might be able to share with us a little bit? What have you heard? What is it that caught your ear about this project? Just so we really want to know. I mean, we're constantly, obviously the Mija organization is internal. We know everything that's going on, but definitely curious to see. Maybe just what you all have heard. Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Flores. Okay, Jennifer, well, this won't be the last. Good. Very good feedback. Thank you. We'll definitely put that to use. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to kind of give you all an idea. Iris already mentioned the mission of our organization and pretty much what we're trying to do. And I want to give you a little bit of a history of what the Mija Yes You Can project has actually done. And Iris founded this project in March and had really big ideas, started off with a small little mini photo booth in her room to start taking pictures of the things and the ideas that we're cooking up. And here we are a year later, and she's gathered a bunch of us to join her. And this organization actually started right before the pandemic hit. I'm sure all of you can remember that moment of what life was right before the pandemic hit, and then suddenly, boom, everything just came crashing down. And that didn't stop Iris, and that didn't stop the mission of the Mija Yes You Can project. In fact, we all saw how March 2020 changed our lives. By April of 2020, we had already donated or raised funds to the UMC Compassionate Care Fund. And here you see a picture of Iris, Shelby, and Estela donating a check of $400 from profits from our t-shirt sales to the UMC Compassionate Care Fund. That was a fund that was intended to help vulnerable individuals at the hospital that were dealing with struggles and healthcare costs. So we were able to just gather what we could as an organization and give that to them. So that's just one, that's just kicking off, coming out of the gates from a brand new organization in the middle of a pandemic with struggles just all around, and Mija Yes You Can came in to start assisting with that. And you can change the slide over, Iris. Not too long after, Gigi's Playhouse, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with it, but Gigi's Playhouse is an organization dedicated to encouraging acceptance of kids with Down syndrome. And with the same initiative, same purpose of empowering nonprofits and just getting the love out there, Mija Yes You Can raised money again, and we're able to donate $400 to the Gigi's Playhouse to assist students with literacy projects, because Gigi's Playhouse also had to shift because of the pandemic from being a robust and active and lively place to having to do everything online. So as they were trying to transform and mobilize to the digital world, Mija Yes You Can was able to actually assist 4 individuals with supplies. And then if we can move on over to the next one. So as the year passed, the Mija Yes You Can statement is very empowering. It's very catchy. And I saw a comment here that caught your attention, that phrase alone. And it's very catchy because it's definitely a cultural thing, and this is an area where that caught on like fire, but it's also catching on like fire throughout the state, and I would even say the nation, because Hispanics are taking over in the population world statistically and with data. So it makes sense that Mija Yes You Can is gaining popularity. And with that popularity, the work, it just kind of started, everybody got attracted to it. So Iris and her team had to mobilize and say, okay, there's a lot of attention coming, and that's where she had a call out in the middle of last year to gain assistance, to get more help, to get committees, because this thing was growing, and it was growing really fast. So that's where Vanya and myself and several other individuals jumped in, because we had already heard about it as well. So we definitely wanted to help. We wanted to participate, bring everyone's talents into this giant melting pot of women that are facing the same types of obstacles that align with the mission of the Mija Yes You Can project, and also have the same type of compassion to contribute back to the community. So we have this giant group of powerful women now helping us, and we were all able to gather together. And this was our first event coming out of the door as a big family team, a feminist family. So the Más Amor Por Favor was one of my first experiences with the Mija Yes You Can project, and the committees got together to get several packages of what we called abrazos, and we did over 70, I believe, and those are the green bags that you see right there on the pictures. And they were warm gifts, because obviously the weather gets really cold in February, and they were little gifts of blankets, slippers, a bunch of little goodies for senior citizens. And we were able to put them all together and deliver them, hand deliver them to the Sun City Assisted Living Center. I believe that's the name. It might be wrong, but it's over by Cielo Vista. And yeah, we were just carted in several little packages directly from the Mijas, branded by the Mijas, and just little Valentine's gifts for the senior citizens, which I'm sure they loved. So that was one of our first projects, and we're hitting the ground running. Obviously, this is the anniversary of the Mija project. One of the things that we recently did was another similar t-shirt, branded t-shirt for E-Week, and that's encouraging women to be engineers. Just so you know, engineering is obviously a male-dominated industry, and a lot of women are apprehensive, and not because they're not capable, but because so many industries, be it engineering, construction, finance, there's so much that women aren't involved, and the percentage levels of women in those industries are super low, and that there's no reason for that, other than there shouldn't be a reason for that. So I was really happy to see that engineering was something that we're encouraging women to be involved in, and just letting them know, just because it's mostly men in that industry doesn't mean that you can't do it. And that's where the phrase comes in perfectly. Mija, yes, you can. So we were really happy. Iris moderated this panel to get more women to be engineers. So we put together special Mija t-shirts, and that's what you're seeing here.
Beautiful. Now we're going to switch things off to Vanya, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about how you all can help us, or how you all can join our project, and what our grants team is actually working on to help us fund more scholarships and everything else.
So guys, it's been nothing but wonderful to have been part of this program so far. And one of the things that Bianca just mentioned in looking at our partnership with UTEP, and also what we're doing here at EPCC, is just forming those partnerships, right? Getting in with other groups and organizations that are really trying to push forward that mission of women empowerment and women in various fields. One of the things that we look at is that it's not just about getting women into those fields, and not just the parity of getting women into engineering, but also the equity, right? So what are we looking at in regards to access, equal access, right? And so some of the things that you can do already, and I'm sure that you've seen them everywhere, and you can see this in this wonderful photograph right here. You can always support the Mijas by coming through our pop-up shop over the weekends, right? So they're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Please join us today. We're going to be open until 8 p.m. And get some of your Mija gear. And that's just a simple way for you to be able to personally support the projects that we're working on, as well as please feel free to join us. And I know that we're going to talk about this a little later, but we also have another pop-up shop at the Kendra Scott store that's located off of Mesa. So if you can come and join us and support us, by purchasing, one of the shirts, or by purchasing an item at Kendra Scott, we really would appreciate, because as of right now, myself and my grants chair, Ms. Donna Munoz, who's here in the session, I saw her log in, And so it's wonderful to see her as a member of the EPCC community be able to join us today. But one of the things that we are currently working on is attaining grants to help us to help support our future, right? The future scholarships that Iris brought up at the very beginning. The address on Mesa, I need to double check for the Kendall Scott. I think we have that in either if we don't have it in a future slide, I can put it in the chat in a little bit.
Yeah, I can find it and I'll put it in there for them.
Perfect. Yeah, so one of the things that we're working on is trying to attain some of those future grants to help us with scholarships for young and old, right? One of the things that Iris brought up at the very beginning is that it's not just about, a lot of times we see young women empowerment, right? So trying to get young women that are in our classrooms, that are at the elementary level, the middle school level, the high school level, post-secondary levels, to try to push them to seeing that, Mija, yes, you can achieve so much more, but maybe we need that extra push. And that's the beauty about this organization. It's about getting women together and to support one another in whatever endeavor we so choose. So we are looking at sort of gaining some of those grants, attaining some of those grants to help support those future scholarships, as well as other endeavors that come up within our community. We understand that as a community, we need to support one another. And that's I think one of the beautiful things about being from the borderland is just, doesn't matter what side of town you're on, or what district you work for, or what company you work for, what nonprofit you work for. Everyone's so willing to just sort of lend a hand. And we saw that a little over a year ago, almost two now, after the August 3rd incident, and people have just come together, and we've seen that blossom over the last year with Mija Yes You Can. Individuals that have come out of the woodwork trying to find out what else they can do, volunteers that, and if you're interested in volunteering, please go into our website, and there's a section for that. If you're interested in our volunteers committee, would love to have at least your application on file to move forward. But we're looking to grow within the opportunities that we can allow for our community, the endeavors that we can take part in, workshops and conferences. So there's a lot to look forward to. We're getting involved. I know we have, Iris, we have something coming up this Monday, right? You and Shelby are moderating another conference. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go on through our website or on our Instagram. There's a link tree that shows us. I don't want to misname it right now because I don't have it in front of me. But there's other opportunities for all of your support. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to partake and to participate in the things that we have moving forward.
And we have the list of all our stuff on social media. We're very active on social media. That's what gave us the push that we needed when people weren't able to head out. We were all going to social media. So if you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our website, mijayesyoucan.org, or you can send us an email, the Mijas at mijayesyoucan.org. And from there, if you have a question about grants with Vanya, or our public relations teams with Bianca, they'll send it to them. But overall, yeah, I mean, you met these two ladies. These are only two of other 20 women that we're with, and all of them are just amazing, strong, powerful women. And we're happy to celebrate 1 year, and we're happy to continue celebrating even more after that.